Welcome to our RESIT for the Advocate of the Devil video. I am Youandi Blijleven.
And I am Dmytro Shmatko.
Let's begin with the first statement. I think that China is more in harmony with nature. So according to Kluckhohn's theory, this relates to problem solving. So when there's a problem, nature dominating societies will try to solve that problem, whereas in harmony with natures will only partly try to solve the problem or let the problem solve itself.
I think that China is really try to solve the problem because they try to get things done. They don't just let things happen to them. I think this because they do, for example, they block protests from happening, or they really want the United States to stay in the climate change treaty.
Yeah, so what you're trying to say is that they take action to actually solve the problems.
Yes, I think they take action, definitely.
Okay, well, I'm not sure if I agree with that, because if you explain this theory by the culture, it does show that they are in harmony with nature, because for example, the Chinese perspective is that it is seen as disrupting the harmony of the situation by directly solving the problem.
I don't agree with you because I personally think that they do try to solve the problem. For example, you've had about 700 cases of environmental unrest in China this year, which means that
they were caused by the Chinese people themselves.
Yes, so I think they were caused because Chinese people want to change. Now they want to do something. I think that it's different now than it was before.
Okay. Well, there is a more recent example where China is compared to Germany. So they both produce a lot in the factories, but Germany has a more efficient way of keeping the pollution inside so it doesn't spew in the air. So what China does is they only partly change the problem, so they change the fuels, but they don't stop the pollution. So that shows the in harmony with nature.
In harmony, yeah. I think about this is they are still definitely trying to solve a problem because I think that's where the common thought lies, is that they might not be doing enough to solve the problem, but they're definitely trying to solve the problem. But I think slowly.
I think our opinions actually, as a conclusion, are kind of
converging, yeah, like together.
Because what I'm seeing is that they are partly solving the problem, and you are seeing that as well.
Yeah,
kinda.
Exactly. Just in a different pace, a different perspective, different tempo, also of like changing. Yeah.
Okay,
Let us do the next.
Let's move on to our second statement. The United States government, or more specifically Donald Trump, does not reflect the opinion of the people regarding the climate change treaty. I think that statement is true because in June 2017, Trump announced that he will withdraw the United States from the climate change treaty. And his main argument is that the treaty is harmful to the United States employment because the economy is very much dependent on energy. However, I found that 69% of the US population that was surveyed by the Yale and George Mason researchers that the United States should stay in the Paris Agreement, and this also includes a majority of people in all 50 states.
I think that Donald Trump does reflect the opinion of the people because he was elected as a president, which means that if in a democratic country, the majority vote is the winner. So
I think, but I'm not sure that currently people are having less faith in him. So people that had voted for him.
Yes, that's true. His approval ratings.
The people that actually voted for him now said they wouldn't vote for him again.
I would still stick to my opinion and say that as of now, he is still representing the people, because if he were not representing the people, he would be impeached or he would be removed from his position.
Also regarding this, the climate change treaty?
Yeah, well, regarding the climate change treaty, I think the majority of the people, I mean, if he is going to pull out of the treaty, then that is because he is thinking about his country. It is not for his personal gain in any sense.
That is debatable.
That is debatable, but I don't believe that somebody who has the post of president would jeopardize the safety of his country and the safety of his position as a president in the country by not following what the people want.
So, in conclusion, I said that Donald Trump does not reflect the opinion of the people regarding the climate change treaty because of the surveys that were conducted by the Yale and George Mason researchers. So on the other hand, he does represent the people because he was elected by the people. And even though, like I said, there are people opposing to him, he still does represent the people because he would not take the risk to give up his position to do something that's not rational for his country.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So that was our Advocate of the Devil video. Thank you for listening, watching,
And a Merry Christmas from the two of us.
Yes, Merry Christmas. Bye.
Bye.